what's going on, cat people, or maybe I should say what's going on with TDS. Because to me, it sure looks like they're gearing up for another big event. Just to let you know right off the bat, so I'm not stringing you along, there is a new tower defense sim image that was tweeted but not posted in the Discord. It looks like since it was released right at 1:01 p.m. that maybe it was scheduled and the devs forgot to like tag everyone in the Discord, because that's typically what they do. But going over to the TDS Twitter account, we can go ahead and pull this tweet up and see what it is. Now the byline is a big bundle of flesh. Ew, that sounds kind of gross. Let's get a closer look at it and see if it actually, yeah, that is actually a big bundle of flesh. All right, now I'm gonna break this image down and I'm gonna go back to the image from last time right here and break this one down as well, because I have something really interesting that someone in my Discord server said. But first, let's stick with this new leak. Okay, so let's just ignore the fact that this is just a big old pile of meat. I want to point out that it has a very similar look to the last leaked image in the fact that there are little noobs trying to escape. It's also possible that these are like some kind of zombies that it has absorbed. You can see running on the ground in front of it are a bunch of miniature versions of the bigger, badder boss version. I'm going to go ahead and point out that these are kind of humanoid, right? They've got 2 legs, 2 arms. You can see that very clearly on the little ones. You can see it on the big one too. That's going to be important when I'm analyzing the other image. So I just wanted to point that out, because moving up to the top of the body, you can see some type of a, it almost looks like a bear trap because of how this part right here looks. I don't see that on the top up here, so I'm guessing that it's probably not. It's just some kind of weird animal mask. That's what I'm getting here, because I think I see like an eye right here. This will be the front part of the head, like the nose is right here. And that's really all I can tell that's going on here. I'm not really sure what this is right here. So if y'all look at this and you have a guess, or if you hear something that I don't know about, let me know down in the comments. Oh wait, hold up. The miniature versions of this thing are carrying something. So it looks like they have some kind of weapon in their hands. So maybe that's what this is, just at a larger version. But that's all I'm getting out of this image. So let's go back to the one that was released a couple of days ago. And I'm pretty excited to talk about this again, because when I first looked at it, it doesn't really look that weird, right? Like this is the head. It's got like some horns up here. This is the eyes. And then it's got what looks like a power source right here in its chest. Again, you can see the noobs that I pointed out on the other creature right here, only these look like they're metal. But now I'm gonna throw y'all a curveball. Check out this analysis by ProtoPie in my Discord server. I'm assuming they made this and they didn't get it from someone else. If they did, good for them, because this is a very astute analysis. Now, what this person is doing here is that they have outlined the different parts of the head. This is basically gonna be, I'll just tell you right now, the theory in the TDS community is that this is a bull. And that's what Sammy right here says in my Discord, even though this person doesn't say it up here. This makes a lot of sense to me, all right? So what I thought was gonna be the eyes or the visor is actually the mouth, and the mouth is open, okay? And so what you're seeing up here at the top is 2 big old fangs, which I guess bulls have fangs in the TDS universe. All right, just don't think about it. And then we have ears here. Now, originally, I thought this was gonna be a weapon, like a pickaxe. Then you can see the horns up here on either side. Those are very obvious. And then if you look really closely, you can see an eye right here. All right, that is in the image. It's kind of washed out because of how neon green everything is, but that looks like it could be an eye, and that this would be the mouth. This would be like the nose, right? And then you have the fangs here, and then you've got the ears on the back side. Now, I was a little hesitant when I first made this video to say that this is kind of a humanoid enemy, simply because it looks like it's got a really weird stance going on here. So I was assuming these would be arms, but you can't see any kind of legs. Now, if this is a bull, which I'm actually on board for now, I'm pretty sure that it is, the enemies are going to be animals. I'll get into that in a second. In that case, it would stand on all 4s, right? So these are actually its front legs, and it's kind of rearing up and exposing its chest and like roaring at the pursuit that's shooting it in the back. So I think that as you go further down the body, you're going to see a big old hulking bull body here with some tinier back legs. So basically, that is the most recent conspiracy theory about what's coming up here. Let me know what y'all think about this analysis down in the comments. And thanks once again to ProtoPie for providing this. Now I want to go back in the TDS Discord only to about a month ago. This is when the first leaked image was released of the Polluted Wasteland remake. Wait a second. Are we actually going to get some kind of nuclear event? Man, I really hope they don't make the Polluted Wasteland map an event, because it was honestly my most favorite map to play in the game, because it was more challenging than the regular maps and it gave you higher rewards. I just want to point that out because this does feel like they're gearing up for an event, right? They're going to start doing these leaked images every day for a week or so. And then they announced the release date for the event at the end of the leaks. Now let's look back at this Discord message and see exactly what below says here. He says, dangerously high levels of radiation detected at the Blackfield water treatment plant. plant. Residents living in the area are advised to evacuate immediately. We have received unconfirmed reports of abnormal mutations in the local wildlife. This right here, I think, is going to be the driving theme of this event or this map or whatever is happening. The enemies are going to be animals, but they're going to be mutated. And that's why we get a giant mutated mechanical bull. And then there's this. Oh, okay. Maybe this is actually an animal. Maybe this is supposed to be a bear. And so the wolf or the bear or whatever it is transformed into this giant bundle of meat. And that would actually make sense if this was an animal that got transformed. That's how we end up with like the skull on the head, which by the way, looks really, really cool. I'm excited to see this in the game. I'm willing to bet that if we get more leaks, it's going to be more animal themed enemies. Sorry for the interruption, but this is really important. As I was editing this video, I found out the community theory about what this thing is. And people are saying it's actually the reworked amalgamation matron. And yeah, I could totally see that. In fact, they look exactly the same. All right, so here's my question now. If that's the amalgamation, why does it have little babies? By the way, amalgamation's preferred pronouns are she, it. Okay, so what I think might be happening here is related to the creature's old ability to heal itself. Instead of that, I think it got changed to where it's going to split into a bunch of smaller versions of itself, either when you shoot it or when it dies. Now, that's my theory on this thing. Let me know if you agree or not. Now, back to the video. But that is basically it for the leaks and the info I have on these right now. I do want to go up to one other leak that is not directly related to the event. This is what I was talking about earlier. And your adversary said some of the old remakes get an adjustment, both in terms of gameplay and visuals. Alongside with that, there's also 3 new maps. Oh yeah, you can see obviously that these are the new ones right here. Here's Gilded Path, here is Simplicity, and here is Fogged Lair. Ooh, okay, here's a challenge. I'm gonna try to guess what these 6 maps are without looking at the originals. Obviously Autumn Falling, obviously Tropical Isle, obviously, is it called Military Base or, oh no, I think it's Forest Camp. Yeah, pretty sure this one's Forest Camp. Now starting with the one in the top left-hand corner, I'm not as sure of these. I think this one's gonna be Dusty Bridges because that one hasn't been changed since I started playing the game over 2 years ago, and it's pretty basic, so I can see how the devs would want to spice it up a little bit. This one in the middle really gives me the Winter Abyss vibes. It kind of has that same snaking path here. And then I really think this last one is Cataclysm. It's got kind of a red tint, and it's really the buildings that make me think of that. So let me know what your guess is for this one down in the comments. But that's all I got for you guys now. As always, if there is more info, I'll be sure to make a video ASAP to let y'all know. And on that note, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and smash that like button with your forehead, hit the subscribe button with your big toe, and turn on notifications however you can so you don't miss any of my amazing upcoming content. And I will see y'all later. Take care, be safe, and never forget what I always say. Peace.